And so the action is over in the Men's Southwest Conference Swimming and Diving Championships, but we still have some honors to give out over in the interview area. Now the point leader right now, Scott Donie, a freshman from SMU.
Scott Donie has a lot of promise. He's done so much in so little time, and he's done very, very well nationally too. And this, I must say, is one of his best events. And this is a very difficult dive. Oof. I don't think he's going to be pleased with that. That's a back 3.5 somersaults.
High degree of difficulty, but again, you called it right on the money in terms of the scores.
4 1/2.
Well, he's really got a good top off the tower, real good spinning action. Right here, you see, he just kicks out too late, and he cannot stop that rotation, and the legs go get that vertical entry.
Here is Scott Donie for his second dive. He entered the finals as the leader.
Now, I think Scott doesn't really need this dive as much for the points as he does for his own
self-confidence.
Exactly. He will be doing a reverse 2.5 somersaults. He will jump forward and spin back towards the tower 2.5 times and tuck. Beautiful dive.
That did look nice.
Did you hear that entry?
Yes.
That's what we call the rip.
Okay, and look at those scores.
So well.
8 1/2.
Best scores of the night in the final so far. Let's take a look at it again.
He jumps up really strong, real confident here. He does his 2.5, kicks out, looks for the water, just lays back, has a nice long entry, and no splash. You see it right there.
Now, had he been a little more vertical straight up,
with hardly any splash at all.
Scott Donie up next. He needs a point total of about 47 on this dive to regain first place.
Now, that isn't really that much. He doesn't have to score that high of scores because he's got a 3.2 degree of difficulty on this dive. But he can't afford to blow it altogether. And I think we just saw your winner. That was beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
7 1/2.
73 points on that last dive, so he easily takes first place.
7 1/2.
You'll see here he jumps up off the tower, spinning backwards, starts his twist immediately. 3.5 times, looks for the water, stretching, and no splash.
Beautiful dive by the freshman from SMU who captures the 10-meter diving in the Southwest Conference Championships.
Now, Scott Donie has proved that he's a very confident diver. Even though he's very young, he's very confident, and he knows how good he is.
You talked about how SMU was going to do well in this event, and they have. And, of course, once again, another booster, as we were talking with Tracy earlier. SMU doing a good job here in the Southwest Conference Swimming and Diving Championships, and I think they've got a chance to really do well in the NCAAs.
Oh, they have an excellent chance at the NCAAs, and I think Jim Stilson knows it, and he's pleased with his divers right now.
Well, let's take a look at Scott's second dive tonight in the finals, because that's the one that really clinched it.
This was the dive of the night by far. This was the most beautiful dive I've seen in this competition. This is reverse 2.5 somersaults. Real confident jump. He knows he's got this dive in his pocket. He looks back for the water and just ripped. Really ripped that dive.
Scott Donie of SMU, the champion in 10-meter diving. We'll be back with more action from the Southwest Conference Swimming and Diving Championships after these messages.
I'm with Scott Donie. Scott, you've had a wonderful meeting. You're just a freshman. How did you feel about your diving this year?
Well, I was happy throughout the dual meet season, and finishing off with a conference like this just makes it all that much better.
Okay, Scott, right now we're going to take a look at what I called the dive of the night, and that was your reverse 2.5. Tell us how you felt right now going through this dive.
Well, at the start, I felt like I had a pretty good jump, and it was a little bit out, and when I kicked, it was a little bit early, but I pulled it around, and it felt pretty good on the entry.
That was a beautiful dive, Scott. What are you looking forward to at NC2As, even though 10 meters not an event there?
Well, I'm hoping on springboard to finish in the top 6 on both boards. And hopefully that'll be all.
Well, we wish you the best of luck, Scott. Congratulations.
Hi, Dad.